So sometimes we, though we receive forgiveness and we appreciate it, we're happy about it, we do not forgive others because we're thinking that we can leverage this over them and we can carry this on and try to control them through this, and they owe me something and they know darn well that they owe me, and I have this power in their lives, and therefore I do not forgive them because I'm afraid I will lose it. I will lose that control. In reality, it is not. It is important that control is not healthy. It is not gonna be. It's not gonna lead to anything good. But also, it does mean I don't have control over my own soul. But we talked about that the other day. Also, I must recognize that this is not my forgiveness. Okay, this is important. That the forgiveness I have, if it's real forgiveness, if it's God's forgiveness, then it's not mine. It's not for me to decide what I do with it. I must realize that it's not mine, and therefore it's not mine to hold back either. It is not yours to hold back. If you received God's forgiveness, it is God's, and you should pass it on just like you received it, because freely we received, freely we give. This is how it works, and it is not mine to decide to keep. So Genesis 50 verse 19, when Joseph says to his brothers, am I in the place of God? He's talking about this. Hey, this is not my issue. God has, he has enough forgiveness for you, and just like he had enough forgiveness for me, and he has every day. So he just passed it on, because who am I? Am I God to keep this back? Of course I'm not. So that's one thing. Another thing that we might be afraid to lose is, once I realize how precious and amazing forgiveness is, this kind of forgiveness is, and we'll talk a little bit more about that coming days, I think, how amazing this is and the effects of it. But I might start acting like a nasty, greedy little monster, and I want to hoard forgiveness to myself, because in my heart, in my greedy little heart, I say, hey, if I give on the forgiveness, this is kind of childish, but it's not like we cannot be childish as adults. So if I pass it on, I'm gonna just lose it. Eventually, I will forgive so much that no forgiveness will remain for me. Like the idea that I have encouraged so much, I don't have any more encouragement or something of the sort. And I then won't have any left, because I just passed it on. It's not mine. It came to me. I gave it on, and now I won't have any. Okay, this is, I don't know, kind of shallow, but I think it does happen. Sometimes we think this way, and we need to then definitely consider these verses from Proverbs. I just want to mention them. These verses are more about money or food or practical help to someone, but I think forgiveness, it can be applied here. Proverbs 22:9, he that has a bountiful eye shall be blessed, for he gives of his bread to the poor. Okay, so this is important. That person needs your forgiveness. So they are in the poor position and you are in the rich position. Maybe you have nothing. Maybe they are financially rich. Maybe they have more power than you. But in this one situation, they have hurt you, and it's your decision. Now you are the rich one. What do you do with your riches? Do you pass it on? Do you say, okay, I forgive you, and do you let them go? In that sense, and you say, I relinquish any chance to any control, and you just give on the forgiveness that you received. Another verse would be Proverbs 11:25, and I encourage you to meditate on these. It says, the liberal soul shall be made fat, and he that waters shall be watered also himself. So the point is, I am very liberal. I'm very free in giving out of the forgiveness I have. I don't hold it back. I'm not greedy about it. And what does it promise? Well, it promises that there will be a blessing returning to me, that I will be refreshed myself, and I will know forgiveness more. And this is definitely true. This is definitely the case. I pass forgiveness on, I think it's a huge treasure, and I lose some of it, but that's not true. I will not have less, because God has an infinite source for me, and God is that infinite source of forgiveness for me and for you. So God bless your day with the Lord.